You like broccoli?
It looks like a tree.
Trees look tasty, don't they?
No, they don't. That looks like grass.
What's wrong with grass?
Bugs chew on it.
It's good for you.
It's not good.
Sometimes I amuse myself by watching parents try to feed their kids vegetables on YouTube.
Can we stop with the kale propaganda? That stuff tastes like bug spray.
I know, sometimes it's not funny when you're the parent. Been there, we raised 4 kids and they hated their vegetables. We filled the backyard with fruit trees, oranges and apples, plums and peaches. And if we'd had something like this in the house, woo, we know what they would have chosen.
They could find out kale cures cancer and I would still be like, I'm just gonna do the chemo, all right? I've tried the kale.
I take a little bit of solace at watching other expert parents who can bring in celebrities like Michelle Obama to try to get their daughter to eat just a taste of carrots.
Can I get you to just try a vegetable? Just try it.
No way.
Those
I
are
can't.
carrots?
No, I can't.
Well, true confession, we never cracked the code, and I always felt bad about that. Parent fail. How could this be so hard? And then a true miracle happened, and our daughter had 5 kids. And she decided she was going to crack the code, and she did. I watched those kids eat fruits and vegetables. They'll walk around with a sweet potato and munch it down like it's candy. And I think, what? How did this happen? So I persuaded her to get on camera and tell us, and I can't believe it, but she really does make this work.
Hi, my name is Annie Bean from feedthemplants.com, and I want to share with you today one simple, powerful change you can make in your family to get your kids eating vegetables. Now, let's agree, vegetables are incredibly important for health. They help reduce risk of diabetes, of heart disease, of obesity, these things that are so prevalent in our culture and are hitting our kids at younger and younger ages. More than 90% of kids in America aren't eating vegetables on an average day, unless you count French fries. This is a real problem. Yet my 5 kids eat loads of vegetables every day. Now, they're not different than your kids. I have kids that are stubborn. All my kids are goofballs. And some of them are pretty particular about food, and yet they're eating vegetables consistently without a battle. Here's how you make it happen at your house. You have to really embrace 3 principles. Principle number 1, broccoli doesn't taste as good as Teddy Grahams. It just doesn't. It can't compete.
Kale is a superfood and its special power is tasting bad.
So if you are serving up sweet or salty processed food, real food is going to become less desirable for your kids. There's no way my kids would be munching on kale if they had the option of fruit snacks. They're regular kids, remember? Principle number 2, hunger is the best sauce. If your kids are eating snacks right before dinner, it really will ruin their appetite. They will be less apt to try new foods, less apt to like the foods that they try, and you might be more apt to throw your hands up in despair and say, I am not going through the trouble of cooking another healthy meal just to have my kids not eat it. Anyone else been there? Principle number 3. This is a tough one. Healthy habits are caught more than they are taught. What that means is if we ourselves are sipping diet sodas and telling our kids, I wish you'd eat more of your vegetables, we're not showing them what it looks like to eat vegetables.
Can I have that? Can I have that?
We can't be popping the goldfish crackers and hoping our kids will make better choices. Okay, drum roll please. Here is the one simple but powerful tip I've got for you to get your kids eating vegetables. Only serve fruits and vegetables for snacks between meals. That's it. Ditch the processed food, go for fruits and vegetables. You got a lot of options here. We've got baby carrots, we've got snap peas, we've got bell pepper slices, we've got cucumbers, we've got grapes and bananas and oranges and apples. Lots of options, but processed food, not an option. And I know what you're gonna say, wait, but these fruit snacks are organic, or these Teddy Grahams say they have whole grains in them and they don't have high fructose corn syrup. I don't care what the label says. If you're serving processed food, it's hampering your kids' ability to embrace fruits and vegetables. And isn't that what we want for them? We want them to love healthy food so that they have a pattern they can follow for life. Here's how you do it. Stay the course. Your kids are probably going to whine. They're probably going to complain. Change is hard for all of us, but stay the course. They will get used to it, I promise. My kids have been eating this way all along, so you might say, oh, that's easy for you, Annie. Your kids aren't used to processed food. But we actually bring in kids into our home whose families are in crisis, and they stay with us for a few days to a few months at a time. And many of these kids are used to drinking their Pediasure and Gatorade and flaming hot Cheetos when they come to our house. And they get on board surprisingly quickly and start to develop taste for fruits and vegetables. The thing is, if you're hungry between meals, you're going to eat what's available. And that is going to be, conveniently, exactly what we want them to eat. And you know what? If they pass on that and they come to the meal hungrier, there's a much better chance that wherever you're serving for mealtime is going to be a whole lot healthier than those bags of snack food that they were filling up on previously. So it's a win all around. Either they're eating colorful, healthy foods before the meal, or at the meal, they're going to be hungrier for what you have to serve them. Here's the kicker. You knew there was a kicker, right? You yourself need to do it too, especially at first and especially in front of your kids. You eat fruits and vegetables. Just embrace it. Matter of factly, pull out the fresh veggies from the fridge and you start munching on them and see if your kids don't follow your example. I think we underestimate our power as parents to influence our kids. They're watching us. Our job as parents is to decide what food to offer our kids and when. Our kids' job is to decide what of that they'd like to eat and how much. So if we're providing just healthy food, especially between meals, then their decision is made a lot easier. You're not confronting a kid with the temptation of Oreos and asking him to actually choose broccoli. No. If he's hungry enough, he'll eat the broccoli. If he's not, he can wait for mealtime. No big deal. I promise he will not starve from lack of goldfish crackers. You got this. Let me know in the comments how it goes.
The tangelos on that tree behind me are ripe now, and when Annie's kids come over to visit, they're going to descend on it like a pack of locusts. I hope you liked that. If you did, like, subscribe, and leave us a comment because we read them all and answer as many as we can. We'd love to hear from you.